My name's Errol Leboydre from WyldLynx, and I'm here with May Robertson. We're going to talk about her project and journey on data discovery using core data discovery risk insights. May, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your project?
Thank you, Errol. May Robertson, Records Manager from the University of Sydney. The organisation I work for, the University of Sydney, is the first university established in Australia back in 1852. Nowadays we're educating more than 74,000 students. They are supported by over 10,000 staff members. So we are a big organisation, a top university in Australia, so we attract a lot of media attention. So the last thing we want is cyber and privacy exposures. The unit that I'm working in, called Records Management Services, we manage universities' administrative staff and the student records, so many of our records we manage are highly sensitive and confidential. As part of the university's privacy resilience program, we've identified a large amount of data sitting outside of the university's official record keeping system, scattered, duplicated, unmanaged, basically beyond visibility and control, just like what Errol mentioned, that wasn't in the place that was well protected. So from risk perspective, that is huge amount of compliance as well as accountability risk for the university. From cyber perspective, it is huge exposure of personal information out there, not managed, not governed. So that's the context we're working in.
And I imagine there's a lot of stuff, right? There's a lot of information you got to work with. How do you tackle that as a problem at scale?
Talking about scale, so we initially looking at, what are we going to do, apply traditional manual intervention, but we estimate it's going to take someone more than 5.5 years, best estimation, more than 5.5 years to get bottom of these 240,000 documents. Then university turned into a bot solution, thinking it might cut it, but soon after we realized the complexity and the scale of the problem, the bot solution was not going to cut it.
Yeah.
So we've previously trialed voltage fusion and now known as CDD and RI. So we thought we're going to use this wonderful tool to help us to resolve this problem. What we did was we scanned 168 gigabyte of personal data on the network share, as well as 1 terabyte of data as personal records in our official record keeping system, in OpenText Content Manager. And that's about just a bit over 1 million documents. We then trying to get the voltage fusion to compare the data set to tell us what are duplicate, what are need to be properly managed. We completed scan within 3 weeks, and we came to realization that 40% of in the network share are in fact duplicates. That kind of immediately reduced the size of our problem and means we can just focus on the 60% that require our further assessment and action. But before we destroy the 40%, we have gone through rigorous quality control process where we apply a methodology of quality check, sampling 1 document out of every 200, and the result was 97% accurate.
It's impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
So that gave us the confidence to destroy the 40%. We see that as a rot. But when we turn around to deal with the remaining 60%, this is where we benefited from both OpenText's enhancements as well as WyldLynx's deep expertise bring to this platform. And just as well, I have access to staff who has skills to deal with technical, business and records problem along the way. With the combination of all of that, we managed to break down the remaining into manageable chunks, and we are nearing completion of this project.
I think that's fascinating, and the fact you're taking the right actions along that journey, because quite often an organisation will start it and they'll recognise duplicates, but the destruction part becomes a problem, and then getting down that journey, it becomes a struggle. So big kudos to you guys for where you're getting to. So lessons learnt from this, because obviously there's no projects that is perfect, and where you're at means you've done some good things, but just to share some lessons learnt.
Yeah, sure. The first and the most important I still put down to project planning, which means you need to really think through, do your homework about your project scope, your objectives and your requirements, and talk to, like Carl, one of your team members, to ask a lot of questions about what how it can help you to resolve these issues, deal with different curveballs, and be realistic about what you want to achieve. So that's my first lesson learned. The second is that, which we've learned much early on, was one of the most confronting lessons we've learned, is that you must lock the space you're going to do discovery down. Otherwise, you're chasing a moving target. Within the first week of our discovery, we've seen documents added, modified, deleted, which is scary. So whilst this was not done intentionally, but it does undermine the trust in the results. So the discovery space need to be read-only, otherwise your problem keep growing.
So did you do that by business function, I guess, is the way to sort of have an isolation or piece of repository that you can then target?
That's right. We probably in future will move on to a place where we can exercise rights. But the last lesson learned is that our journey is being iterative. It's not, and voltage fusion is, for what we want to do, wasn't a one-click solution, because we want to take our projects not just chaos to clarity, we want a chaos to governance and compliance. So we took it further. So for us, it's an iterative journey. The platform resolved 40% straight away, but it was able to help us to resolve 60% in multiple chunks. So with a repeatable progress and disciplined approach, we're able to achieve real cyber, risk reduction in cybersecurity. That's great work, and there's a lot of value, I'm sure, to people out there listening to this and thinking about taking that journey. The fact you can get quick wins is important, but ultimately it's not just about clearing up rot. It's about how you get into a good discovery into governance program, right? Yes, definitely.
Now, the thing I like from a WyldLynx perspective is that the product itself, every client and every situation has got its challenges, but the product is quite extensible. So apart from doing enhancement requests with OpenText, who are already quite forthcoming with helping on some of those enhancements, there are times when we just need to be able to customise and extend that product to suit the needs. So
this is where implementation partners that complement that. So that's how we felt.
Cool. So let's just talk about what value we can explain to the people listening now. Is like from your experience and from your project. It
basically the outcome is great reduction risk. That's how I put it. Not just cybersecurity risk, but also cybersecurity risk in terms of reducing the sensitive data sprawl, as well as reduced cyber attack surface. But also about compliance. Having records in the right place applied with good governance is something that we felt like we achieved. So that's reduction in risk. I think that's our value.
That's the goal, isn't it? It's the goal for all of us. It's actually reducing our risk. And if we can't find where the data is, how can we even possibly even measure the risk, let alone actually reduce it? So that's great. Yeah.
Risk of not being able to validate one's employment because those documents was unmanaged, not in the official record keeping system, not in person's staff file. So that's long-term risk for the university.
And information that's sensitive in the unmanaged space, it really is a record. So why isn't a record managed? Partly because we can't find it. We don't know how to look for it. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So we've come so far in this project is amazing. Where do you see this going in the future? Because there's a lot more features and a lot more capability in that product rather than just rot detection and then governance. Yes,
indeed. After, as I said, we're almost nearing completion. Once this is done, we still got another we still got some other network share require us to resolve, but redaction of PII is next step for us, that now we put them into the right space. We want to apply another layer of security by masking certain personal information. So that's probably what we will take the product.
It makes sense, yeah. And look, we look forward to sort of helping you with discovering some of those features, and the more we can get out of that investment for you guys, the better. Yeah. Mate, thanks for chatting with us and sharing your journey with our audience. I really appreciate that. And we value our relationship and looking forward to seeing how far this project goes. And it's very exciting to see those results. So appreciate your coming on and talking, and we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.